Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I got something a little bit different. As you can see, we're on the PC. We're doing the last 10 NBA finals as a little tier list here. As you can see, I've got it 21 all the way to 2012. Now, I believe this is these are numbered by the first year. So obviously this is 2022, but it's the 21-22 season. Same way 2020-21 season. Just to avoid any confusion there. But yeah, let's jump right into it with the 2022 championship, which the Golden State Warriors just won. They beat the Boston Celtics in 6, I believe. Steph Curry obviously finally got his MVP, his finals MVP, averaging 31. This was kind of, like, for the East anyway, one of the most, like, lamer playoff series. I mean, the Sixers basically flapped it against the Heat. The Nets are in the first round. It wasn't great on the East side. On the West, though, West was pretty good. We saw the Mavericks do that super duper comeback against the Suns, where Luka Doncic basically just turned Devin Booker into his bitch. But yeah, this I'm gonna put in the B only because Steph Curry finally got his MVP. To me, this finals as a whole, that's what we're not ranking the whole playoffs really. The finals is the big thing. I think everyone knew Golden State was gonna win it. I don't think going into the series anyone had Boston seriously, unless you're a Boston fan, to be honest. They won in 6. They won convincingly too. So I'm gonna put this B because of that. This, otherwise, if Steph already had a Finals MVP, this would have just been C for me. But yeah, that's what I've got for the 2021-2022 season. Now moving on to the 2020 to the 2021 season. This one was a bit different. Giannis's first finals appearance, as well as his first finals MVP, his first championship, his first everything pretty much. Against the Suns, who had a pretty good season. They were first seed, I believe. They were up there, most definitely. This is like peak Chris Paul Suns, I guess you can call it. But yeah, the way Giannis closed this for me was insane. That game 6, 50 points, 14 rebounds. That was insane. Like that finals game alone wants me to put it in A, but I'm looking at some of these other ones and it's like, I don't know if I can put it there. I don't know if I can. This is really tricky. I'm gonna put it in B for now. We might come back to this. But this playoff series as a whole was like one of my favourites. Basing it off the whole playoffs rather than just the finals. This was one of my favourite playoffs in a long time. We saw Kevin Durant and Giannis be battling it out in that second round series, which was crazy. That was probably one of my favourite series I've ever watched, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think for now, we'll put it in B. It could slide up to A. It could slide down to C. Down to C. We'll have to see towards the end. So now we've got the 2019-2020 playoffs finals. So this was Lakers and Heat. This was LeBron's only ring so far in LA. It was Anthony Davis's first ring. It was also the bubble. Now, this was probably one of the more entertaining playoffs. I mean, Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell going head-to-head in the first round. That was, like, crazy when they were dropping, like, 50 points back to back to back. That was an insane... This was an insane time in basketball. But, again, towards the second round, I mean, the Clippers were meant to be the guys this season, and they kind of flapped it against the Nuggets. The Heat absolutely smacked the Bucks. I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer after the first round, and after Houston kind of realised that they're not as good as the Lakers, who was going to win it, I'll be honest. Especially coming out of the West. We all knew LeBron was on the mission. We all knew LeBron was going to get it. But for the finals matchup itself, the Heat and Lakers winning 6. For me, it was a C. It was average, if not even a D. Oh, this is kind of hard. I'm gonna put it in D for now. But for me, it wasn't the greatest. People were playing in the bubble. They didn't want to play in the bubble. It just didn't have the same feel that the other finals have. Like, it didn't have that specialty to it, especially after the coming off the finals we've just had, which we're going to talk about next. Now, the 2018-2019 season. This was probably one of the best basketball playoff seasons I've ever seen. I mean, these games were juicy. The Trailblazers and Thunder in the first round of the West, juicy games, all 5 of them. There was only 5 of them, but all of them were must-see. Same thing with the Nuggets-Spurs series. We really saw both Jokic and DeMar battle that out. I mean, we saw Milwaukee and Boston basically just stomp their first rounders. We had the Nets and the 76ers beef that year, where Jared Dudley thought he was the man. I can remember watching those games. Moving into the second round, the Blazers and the Nuggets. My Damian Lillard was something different this year. The way he sent the Thunder home and then the way he clutched it out against the Nuggets. It was pretty wild. But the MVPs of this year, this is going in the S tier. This is not an argument for me. This was one of my favourite seasons ever. And one of my most favourite finals ever. You had the Warriors and the Raptors, and the way the Raptors came through. I mean, that 76ers series, the shot, Kawhi bringing it back for Toronto. I mean, the celebrations, the vibes this year were just insane. Of course, there was no Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson obviously also got hurt, which, to be honest, I think the Warriors would have won this without that. I mean, they went to 6 with just Steph. But it's just Kawhi was on a different level this year. Like, you go back, you watch these highlights, and the way this man was slamming it, he was fading away for threes, jumping off one leg, jumping no legs, everything. The way he played this game this season was insane. They did deserve it. Truth be told, to the end of it, it was just a magical ending to a magical story. Now we've got the 2017-2018 finals, where the Warriors basically swept the Cavs. I mean, not basically, that's what they did. They almost lost to James Harden in the conference finals, but they swept the Cavs, and this was KD's second ring. So for that, I'm going to swing it in the C tier. I don't think I can put it B or A, and I don't want to put it at D because we saw Kevin Durant and LeBron James go head to head. Like, you watch these games, these 2 years, the 2017-2018 years and the 2016-2017 years. Like, you watch these two in the finals battling it out, is some of the most entertaining basketball that we got. But it was short-lived because of the sweep. The playoffs themselves were entertaining 100%, but the finals were a sweep. I mean, it was kind of expected because of the team. I mean, this is prime Golden State. But again, the playoffs were great. The finals, kind of bang average for me, if I'm honest. We all knew what the outcome was. I mean, there was hope that LeBron could do something crazy, but it just, after game 1 and 2, we kind of already knew, like, this is wraps. Kevin Durant's a back-to-back champion now. But yeah, I'm going to have to put this in C, simply because the games, yes, they were entertaining, but that wow that the playoffs usually gives us, that on the edge of our seats kind of feeling, wasn't there because we just knew Golden State were going to trample Cleveland this year. Now, the 2016-2017 finals. Wow, this is a crazy one. This was the first year Kevin Durant joined Golden State after losing to them previously, but we don't talk about that. We're talking about finals only. 5 action-packed games. I mean, absolutely insane games. We saw LeBron and KD go head-to-head for the first time on the biggest stage, and we saw the magician inside of these two. The way they were scoring, the competitiveness, everything was there for this one. And I'm gonna have to put it. Oh, this one's tough because we got we got the best games out of this one for sure. 2016, 2017 had better games, but where do I put this in relation? I think I'm gonna put it mid B. It was Kevin Durant's first championship as well, um, but yeah, the games in this finals, man. Just watching them go back to back, they were absolutely insane. Like I still watch these highlights from these 2 years, especially, quite a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in B for now, and when we revise, it might move. Now the 2015-2016 season. This everyone knows where this is going. This is arguably the best finals we've ever seen. 3-1 down, Cleveland Cavaliers come back, Kyrie with the shot, LeBron James with the block. You don't even need me to tell you about this. 3-1 Thunder lead blown. This is arguably the best ever playoffs we've had. I mean, I don't know how much else to put it. 73-9 Warriors lose. 3-1 comeback for LeBron, Kyrie Irving with the shot. I'm literally repeating myself because I'm just remembering how crazy this finals was. I mean, Steph Curry and his first MVP season, I believe this was. Oh no, this was his second one, I believe, because they won the championship prior. But yeah, this answers for itself. I remember this was the first full season of basketball I watched, like regular season and playoffs. Usually I just watch the finals or like the conference finals from the past 3 years and then kind of grasp from there. But this was the first full season I'd ever watched. And the excitement, I don't think the NBA has been the same after this season. The excitement, the hype for this was just absolutely unwieldy. And the Cleveland Game 7 was insane. The way they won that, absolutely, this is historical. This will be the best finals for 99% of people in our generation. It's got to be S. It's got to be above Kawhi as well, 100%. So now we have the 2014-2015 season. This was kind of where Golden State went a bit crazy. This is where they first blew out. They won in 6 against Cleveland with LeBron back. Stephen Curry's first MVP, I believe this was. I mean, this kind of set the foundation for everything else we were going to see here. I mean, this is one of my favourite finals because you can kind of see everybody slowly develop their game and it set the stage too. So I'm going to have to put this in A for now. I can't put it anywhere else. Honestly, I can't. Maybe B, A, B. I'm going to put it in A for now, and when we revisit, we might move it. But this was really the emergence of Steph Curry and kind of the 3-point game in the NBA as a whole. There's not really much more to say about this. This set the Cavs Warriors rivalry for as long as we had it. And yeah, it was a great 4 years of that rivalry, to be honest. But when Kevin Durant landed, it kind of became a bit unfair. But in my personal opinion, I'm going to have to put this one in the A tier for now. Alright, so now we have the 2013-2014 playoffs. This is the infamous one where Kawhi Leonard won his first Finals MVP. He locked LeBron up, allegedly, as they want to say. Spurs over the Heat in 5. This was prime San Antonio, man. This was prime like 2005 to 2014, I guess you can say, basketball. Because after this, the way they played kind of changed because of Stephen Curry. But this was like one of the first playoffs I was really, really interested in. Like, I watched the Western and the Eastern finals for both. The Thunder and Spurs series was crazy. The Heat and Pacers, not so much. I mean, there wasn't as much excitement for that one as there was the Western, I'd say. Or at least that's how it felt to me as a new NBA fan at the time. But the 2013-2014, man, I remember watching this. I just don't know where to put it. I feel like I can't put it in the C tier. I don't think it's healthy there because of what Kawhi did. I think I'm gonna slot it in front or behind 2015. Ooh, I'm gonna put it in front simply because this was the emergence of Kawhi Leonard. This was the finals of the final time we really saw this Spurs team do something, and the fact that they did it to this new big three in Miami. It was a battle 100%. And I'm gonna put it in A for now, and we'll revisit it later. And finally, we have the 2012-2013 finals. LeBron James and the Big Three finally beat the Spurs. They two-peated. This was their second championship, I believe. 7 games, gut-wrenching series, man. Absolutely crazy. Ray Allen with his shot that people say he bailed LeBron out. You call it what you want, but I mean, this was the first finals I'd ever watched. I do believe I checked into a few games the previous year with the Heat and Thunder, but this was like the full first finals I'd ever watched. So it does hold a bit of nostalgia for me, but I feel like also it being the first, I didn't quite understand what was going on, if that makes sense. But I mean, a LeBron James two-peat, Ray Allen with the shot. There was a lot here. I believe this was the year about the AC coolers and stuff as well, where LeBron was getting cramps and blaming the Spurs, saying that they were trying to cheat and stuff. But I think just because this was my first one, I'm gonna... Ooh, does it top the front of the B tier though? Where do we put this? Where do we put the 2012 finals? Because these were 7 games of absolute, fighting. Oh, can I put it in A? I feel like it doesn't... It's not the same as these two. So I'm going to put it at top of B tier for now, and we're going to revisit in a second all the choices we've made. But I don't think I can put it anywhere else, to be honest. Alright, so we're doing a little revisitation here. I mean, I think the S tier is fine. I don't think anyone's coming into that. And I don't think anyone's dropping down. And I also think the D tier as well. The bubble ring, I know a lot of people like it. I don't. I think it was a fail of a thing. I don't like the fact that the Lakers won it too. I didn't enjoy... There are no fans. There's no atmosphere. You can see it on the players' faces. So we're gonna put that in the F tier. No, we're not putting it in the F tier because LeBron's 4th ring. But yeah, I think I'm gonna move the 2020 down simply because I don't think the Suns were ready to compete. I don't think they should have made the finals. Of course they did, but really everyone wanted the Clippers there. Paul George and Giannis, that would have been crazy. But yeah, I just don't think this was as entertaining. They had that game 6 with Giannis's 50 points. But yeah, I'm going to put this behind 2017, I think, in the C tier. 2017-18, this was the James Harden year, but we're not including. This is strictly based off of finals. Yeah, I'm going to leave this in C. We had great Kevin Durant versus LeBron games, but I don't think I can change that. 2016-17, the first year of Kevin Durant, I'm going to have to put that in front of the Spurs game. KD is my favourite player in the world, and I think him and LeBron, even though it was 5 games... Oh, actually, there was... This is a tricky one as well. I'm going to put it in the middle. I think 2012, those 7 games were a lot more competitive because there was more of a competitive edge. So I think we're gonna put it like that. 2013, 2014, yeah, I think that's it. I think, yep, we're locking in on this. So yeah, let me know what you guys have in the comments below. Just list it the same way I have, S tier, A tier, however you want to do it, or straight out list it 1 to 10. But yeah, this is my opinion, and this is how I think they all should be ranked in my personal experience with them and my personal nostalgia with them and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if not already. All my links are in the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.